everybody had a wonderful weekend. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. Oh, hold on. Let me get this hair straight because you ever had it where the hair just gets in your face. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we good. Okay. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. If you didn't have a wonderful weekend, it's all right. You don't have to be defined by that. You don't have to be defined by the negativity that happened in your life last week. Let's make this week better. Let's make this week just special, okay? All right, so first topic on the agenda I want to talk about in today's show is why is it that people are still so pressed over this little Nas X video? And people are still talking about, oh my God, what can we allow our children to listen to nowadays? If we got this type of music, this kind of video on the TV screen. And I've said this before once, and I've said this again. As a parent, it is your responsibility to monitor what your child sees, what your child does, and it is your job because as a parent, you instill values within your cheek and within your kids. Understand this: homophobia is you're not born homophobic. You're not born transphobic. You're not born racist. Those are things that are taught. So you have to realize as a parent, it is your job, your obligation to raise your child in a society which is very loving and conditional to everyone, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, Latino, gay, straight, lesbian, transgender, no matter whether they come from money or not. It is your job to make sure that they are doing everything they should be, and to make sure that they're being decent, common human beings. Okay, so this little Nas X situation, and what gets me so much is the fact that people are so I'll say certain Christian conservatives are so pressed with this little Nas video. And the thing about it is, I absolutely love the fact that little Nas X is so unbothered by all the homophobic tweets and all the hateful remarks to him. Because again, when he had the number one record in the country, number one record most weeks of all time by anyone on the Hot 100, and then he came out as gay, the first thing Christian conservatives said then was, "Oh, you'll never have a career. Oh, you're going to hell because you're gay." So guess what? He went to hell in his video, lap danced on the devil, and killed him. So now you're mad when he did exactly what you told him to do. It just boggles my mind sometimes of how certain Christian conservatives can want one view, but then when somebody actually comes to it, it's like, oh no, we want that. No, no, no. So Lil Nas X, continue doing what you're doing. Congratulations on the success of your video, your number one single. You are a LGBTQ gay icon, and I know this is so important because I know that there are probably so many young black gay men who are looking up to you. So congratulations on that and everything you've done. Um, Next topic I want to talk about. I want to also talk about the fact that can we normalize using correct pronouns? Pronouns to me are so important because you have to realize is that there are some people who use pronouns and it doesn't offend them, but there are some people to where they really like the pronoun that you use really determine like who they are. It defines who they are. And so I look at it like this: never let anybody tell you who you are. And if someone's not willing to give you respect they that you know that you deserve, let them go. I know for a fact sometimes you can want to explain something to somebody so much, and you can want to try to get your point across, and you have to realize sometimes it's not getting there. Either two things that happen: either they're not grasping it, or they're not going to get it, or they're not going to try to get it. So you have to understand. You have to say to yourself, you know what? As much as I know this is what it is, I gotta let it go. And for me, pronouns are a huge part of respect. Because for example, if you call a trans woman a man, and then she turns around and calls you, like, let's say a black man calls trans woman a man, and he said, "Oh, you're a man. Oh, you're a man." And then she turns around as a white woman and says, "Oh, you're a boy." The first thing he'll say is, "Oh, it's racism." Technically, Technically, it was bad in what she said, but at the same time, you did something wrong too because you disrespect her. And the thing about it is, we live in a society to where people only want to look at sometimes what you do wrong, but they don't want to look at so much what they're doing wrong. So we have to understand two wrongs never ever make a right. Two wrongs never ever make a right. Okay. And a lot of times we have to, if we would learn to just listen to people and just, communicate a lot better, the world would be such a much better place. I feel like a lot of the problems in the world come from two things: either one person is not listening, or both people not listening. That's where I believe a lot of the issues and conflicts within the world come from. Okay. So we have to make sure that we're listening, make sure that we're doing everything we can in our power. And I also say this: I don't care what anybody say. I am going to stand up for my LGBTQI plus community. I'm going to stand up for them. I'm going to make sure that I am doing everything in my possible being to fight for the rights of LGBTQ people, and also make sure that we are protecting trans kids. There are so many bills right now that are aimed strictly at just hurting trans kids, and we have to make sure that we're doing it. Hold on, I got a couple comments now. Hey, Auntie Ali. Hey, my baby Natalie. Hey, I love you. I'm sorry I didn't do a disclaimer, a promo about this, but I was just trying to get to it. But we have to make sure that we're protecting trans kids. We're protecting them at all costs. We have to make sure that we're standing up for the rights. As I say on my platform, we make sure I'm always standing up for the rights of LGBTQI plus people. Okay. Also, let's make sure that when it comes to trans people, that if you are an ally to the trans community, make sure you're just not an ally in namesake. Make sure you're an ally that is doing all the things that it encompasses being an ally. Encompassing an ally also means holding people accountable when they're when they're wrong towards trans people. The same with being an LGBTQI plus advocate. Hold people accountable when they're being homophobic or transphobic. You know? We have to make sure that we're holding everybody accountable for everything that they need, everything that they're doing wrong. We have to make sure they're holding people accountable. Okay. So make sure you're doing everything within your power to hold every single person accountable. Okay. All right. I also want to say the fact that don't forget, last year was the most deadliest year for trans people and gender nonconforming people. We had at least 45 people die, be murdered. And majority of them, at least 80% of them, were Black trans women. And right now we're on record. I think it's about 12, 13 trans people, and majority of them again are Black trans women or trans women of color. And so just have to make sure that we are protecting Black trans women. Make sure we are protecting trans lives. Make sure we're protecting gender nonconforming people, because a lot of times people might say, "Well, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, I'm lesbian. That doesn't affect me," but it's a part of your community. The problem is that we as a community have to learn to stick more together. We have to learn to be more. We have to learn to be there for each other. Yes, your trans sister is getting involved in this trans issue, and you're gay, and you're lesbian, or something that's not affecting you, but that is still your sister. Trans women, gay men are your sisters. Gay men, trans women are your sisters. Lesbians are your sisters. Gender nonconforming people, non-binary people are your siblings. We are all family within this LGBT plus community, and we have to learn to be able to stick more together and fight the fights and fight more for LGBT rights if we are ever going to get ahead. Okay. Okay. I love all my community. Love them with all my heart. Will always stand up and fight for my community with everything that I have. Okay. All right. So make sure that you're doing that. Last but not least, I want to give you a positive message for this Monday. A lot of times when you're down, you look and say, "What did I do wrong? Why is this person not talking to me? Why is this person doing this?" And I posted on my Instagram because I receive a lot of times when you go to TikTok and Instagram, you receive messages. And the message I posted on Instagram was it was powerful. It was talking about, the Black lady was talking. She was saying that sometimes when things happen, it's for your better. Sometimes we wonder why did I lose this job? Where did I get that? Sometimes it's for your better. Why did I lose this person in my life? Sometimes it's for your better. Sometimes you have to realize that sometimes in order for God to put you in certain places, he has to take certain things out of your life. Sometimes that means he may have to take you out of certain positions. He might have to take certain people out of your life. But that is him working for your good, because I'm a person of faith. And I know that his faith is what's kept me through everything that I've been through. One thing I know is I know that God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. And I thank him so, so much for everything he did, okay? So make sure that you love yourself. Because as I said before, I don't subscribe to religion, but I subscribe to God. God bless you, and you are wonderful, whether you're gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, whether you are rich, poor, black, white, Latino, you are special, you are wonderful, and I love you with all my heart. Thank you, my baby, so much, so much for this wonderful show. See you tomorrow on Good Morning, my loves. Bye, my babies.